so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to transfer your embroidery pattern onto your hoop and fabric. So here I have my pattern ready to go, and you can transfer this from your iPad, from your laptop, or simply by taping a printout of your pattern onto the window. And this is only one method of doing it, but I think this is the simplest, and this is just what I do every time. So here I have my hoop ready to go. It's all stretched out over the hoop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hoop so that the face is touching my iPad screen. Then I'm going to grab whatever type of marker I'm using. Here I'm just using a 0.5 millimeter permanent marker, but I recommend not using something permanent because it is what it is. It's permanent. But there are other markers out there like water markers that whenever you put water over your hoop, the lines will disappear, or there's heat pens. Whenever you put heat on your hoop, the marker will disappear. But as for me, I've just always used permanent markers, so that's what I stick to. But as you can see here, what we are doing is simply tracing our pattern lines onto our fabric. So it's very simple, it just requires a steady hand. And whenever you're transferring straight lines like this, I do recommend using a gift card or something like that to kind of put in your hoop and help you guide those straight lines so that they're perfect. This hoop was just a bit small as it was 4 inches, so I couldn't quite fit a gift card in there. So here I'm just freestyling it. And this was a bit difficult for me to transfer as there is a camera over top of my pen. So I am going to finish the rest of my transferring not recorded so that I don't have that hassle over top of me. So I'll be right back. And here we have my completed transfer. So everything from my pattern is now on my hoop to help me stitch. And now, as you can see, our pattern is on the incorrect side, so this is a simple and quick fix. I'm just going to unwind my hoop here, pop out the wooden hoop that's on the inside, and flip over my fabric. So here I'm going to flip my fabric, and we can kind of use that circular line that is already kind of dented in there to put it back on. And I like to use 2 pieces of fabric, so this is where I would put my extra piece in. This just helps keep the fabric from being so see-through, and it helps it make it look more clean and more professional. So there I've put one fabric on, and then the second one just simply goes right over top. And then we're going to line up our outer hoop so that it's centered and fits right on top of our pattern. And we want to make sure it's nice and centered, as this will be officially what we are stitching. Once you have it centered, go ahead and push that hoop on, and we are going to begin that twist and pull method that if you watched my other video of how to put fabric on an embroidery hoop, this is exactly the same thing we're doing here. And once this is done, you are ready to start stitching. Now is for the fun part. And remember, we want to keep this fabric and this pattern nice and tight on here, because the tighter it is, the cleaner it's going to look and the better stitching we're going to have. We don't want anything floppy or saggy. We want nice and tight and trampoline-like if you were to push your finger onto the fabric face. So one more good squeeze and we should just be ready to go. So there you are. Happy stitching!